Hello, my viewers. Back at it again, tearing apart this old fifth wheel camper. It's I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel here. It's been quite the journey. Taking apart things is a really probably the best way to find out how things are built. And it kind of, I don't know what it is, but tearing things apart gives me more satisfaction, I think, than building things. Kind of seems weird, almost counterproductive, really, but that's just the way I've been feeling lately. It's kind of neat. I got kind of a comment or two or three about maybe you should do this for a living now, where I tear apart mobile homes, campers, and things. And well, maybe I've been getting comments asking if I plan to make any more HVAC videos like I used to do. And I just might here and there. It's like I said before, I don't really do it professionally anymore, so there'll be a lot less videos in that regard. I might make some doing some mini splits, especially when I put them in my new mobile home, things like that. But this is kind of like a new life for me, you might say, where I am just tearing apart things and rebuilding them and all that. That's really what I used to do before I was an HVAC technician. I didn't become an HVAC technician until I was about 47 years old. And before that, I did a bunch of other things. I did work on some air conditioning before I actually technically became a technician, but it was mainly doing a lot of the electrical end of the work. So, again, of course, if there's anything you'd like for me to talk about in my videos while I have something running in fast forward or something, just kind of let me know. I kind of run out of things to talk about at times, or a lot of times I'll know what I want to talk about, and then I forget what I wanted to talk about. I should be writing things down, I suppose. One thing I could talk about is, a lot of people don't know this, but I've done some writing in my days, where I've written a couple of science fiction novels and a true to life book about my life in the Keys. So one of them is Interterrestrial, which is a science fiction, and also Planet Movers Incorporated, which is another science fiction novel I wrote. I have a bunch of the Interterrestrial novels laying around my house, and I guess what I could do is give them away to people who request them. I would simply request you send me money enough to for shipping. Okay, I don't really need anything for the book itself. If people were to knock on my door and ask for the book, I'd just hand it to them. But if you would like for me to mail it to you, I just request that you send me some money for shipping. If you're interested, you can email me. I'll leave my email address in the description, and then I'll send give you the information on how you can get the money to me. Alright, here I am removing the gas furnace here, I mean, it's amazing trying to figure out exactly the best way to remove this. I probably, I don't know, maybe I did it the hard way around everything, but well, here I am trying to trying to just pull it out of there, wood and all. I found a lot of times that's probably your safest way to remove something like this. Of course, I've got, a lot of the vents, and then I've got the gas line hooked up to it. I got to remove all that sort of thing. That's anyway. I can't say that this came out unscathed. It kind of bent a little bit of the framing, but I mean it's nothing that can't be sort of twisted, or not twisted. It's not that bad. I mean, sort of bent back. It's I'll be putting this up for sale, I guess, on Marketplace, or I'll find out if this other guy I know actually wants it. I may already have it sold. I don't know yet. We'll see. I've kind of got this weird experience now with, I guess, getting a citation. I didn't even get pulled over. I mean, I wasn't even in the city of Demolition, Georgia at the time when I got a speeding violation, and I mean, it wasn't even me driving. My wife uses the car, and it wasn't even her driving. It was a friend or something. But I get the citation, okay? So now I guess this is the new way of getting citations. They just mail you a ticket. You got to pay it. Now, I mean, it's supposed to be a speeding violation in a school board zone. I mean, that's going to go against my license. I mean, I'll get points and everything. So, and I've got a CDL. I mean, I can't afford that. Why don't they bother to pull people over, okay, and see who's actually driving anymore? That's what ticks me off. So now somehow I've got to pay for this ticket or contest it. And I've already contested it once, and I got a second notice of it, as in I don't know what the city of Demolition, Georgia, or it's called McDonough or some kind of crazy name. I don't even know if I've even ever been in this town, and I don't. I'm just kind of don't know what to do. I want to contest it, but yet I send a notice of to contest this, but then they keep sending me the same speeding violation, saying, "Oh, if you don't pay this, by this date or contest it, then we're going to make it impossible for you to renew your tag on your vehicle." Okay, well, I mean, who knows? They'll probably even make it so they take my driver's license away, and I won't even be able to get my day in court. So, is this even constitutional? Okay, that's the big question. I mean, how can they take privileges, like your driving privileges or whatever, away from you, okay, and not even give you your day in court? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And that apparently they've been getting away with this, which I don't see how. I mean, how is it that nobody has been contesting this in a court of law at any point in time? That's something I'm trying to figure out what to do. So anyway, here, back to what I'm doing here. I'm getting myself all worked up about this so-called speeding violation that I wasn't even there for, okay? I'm, still trying to pull this camper apart and succeeding. Some people may think in this video you'll see there's kind of a fire going in the background there. That looks like it's close to my SUV, but the reality is it's pretty far away. It's kind of an optical illusion. It only looks like it's too close to the car. If it were that close, I'd have moved the car a long time ago. See, I had to take out these studs here first, okay? Otherwise, the whole thing would have actually collapsed the way that I wouldn't want it to collapse. It was kind of like a controlled, collapsing, you might say, that I'm trying to perform here.
Wicked. Wicked shit there.
So, might see that there's this beam here that I'm trying to hammer over, which I am, trying to get to weaken that wall so that I'll be able to collapse that entire roof down, kind of in a organized fashion, if that exists. So now, okay, so here I'm sort of pulling on it. I can tell it's going to come down, and there it goes.
Whew. Okay. Whew. Yeah, so there it is. Now it's just a matter of, you know, taking apart the stuff that's easier to get to now. I mean, it's not to say that the job's going to get much easier, but I believe it'll be a bit safer now that it's knocked down, and I don't have to worry about it actually collapsing on me. But I mean, I've been pretty careful though about making sure that it wouldn't collapse on me, but you never know. Using a knife to cut that TPO, which I think is the rubber roof that you see, that's the top roof part of the, you know, this roofing section, is kind of difficult to cut, but it's really the best solution to be able to remove these pieces in sections. And now this is actually the front side of the camper, or that was the front side anyway, that I'm trying to pull up as much of this fiberglass off of the you know, the skin anyway, off of it, because it doesn't really burn very well. It makes a lot of black smoke. I don't like it. I'll just take it to the dump. I mean, the plywood and that I don't mind burning, it's just wood. But this fiberglass is nasty. So, yeah, like in many parts of this, it's a lot of just removing a lot of the loose debris out of the way so that I can get to that roof, so that I can start to take it apart. And of course there's plenty of ants and everything else here that you'll see. It's along the way, and they were all over the place. There we go. A little example of what I've been fighting here. Pretty much really everywhere I look in this camper. So it's been pretty nasty. now that I'm retired and everything, and I have a little extra time on my hands, you might say, it sounds strange to think because all the things I'm doing now. But anyway, when I'm at home and that, I can't even sit still there. I mean, I have to be making my videos or something. Well, I have some games and everything I enjoy playing on my PS3 game system. You know, it's the PlayStation 3. It's kind of some things I like to do when I want to just sort of chill out and veg out. And, well, my PS3 was experiencing some overheating problems. And I went on YouTube to find out what it is, what I can do, kind of some tutorials on what to do. Well, one of the tutorials I watched explained that you need to take it apart, clean it, and everything should work fine. Well, okay, I did that. I took it apart, I cleaned it, and it was dirty. I mean, there were some major dust bunnies in there. Alright, so I put it back together, fired it up, okay, worked for a little bit, and then it shut down on its own, overheating. So I went back online to find out what else could be the problem, and it said that, oh, well, now you gotta put new thermal paste on the heat sink, okay, that goes up against the plates, okay, for the video and the processor chips. So I did that, put it back together, same thing, fired it up, worked for a little bit, shut down on overheating. Alright, then I found another video that said that now, because it still overheats, I have to actually remove those, I can't remember the proper term, IHP or IHF or something, plates that actually transfers the heat from the actual chips, okay, onto the heat sink, okay, so that the fan can blow across the heat sink and remove the heat. Well, and anyway, it said that I have to replace the heat transfer paste. So it was a bit more challenging, okay, and a bit more risky, you might say, of a task. Now, I was able to get the video plate, okay, off of the video chip without a huge problem. But then when it came to doing the one for the processor, I could not get the silicone off to save my life with the razor blade or anything like they suggest or they show on these videos. So, to remove that plate from the main processor chip. And in the process of doing that, I ruined the board. I bumped into a resistor, and I can't even find the resistor now. But anyway, so that's gone. Now I got no PS3. So in the meantime, I've opted to get a desktop computer, okay, that would push a good PlayStation 3 emulator. So I bought one of those, I installed the emulator, and for some reason the emulator won't run. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe the emulator doesn't like the computer, doesn't really like Windows 11. I don't know. I've got some other options I could do. Maybe get another video card, so if you have, by the way, the emulator that I installed is the RPCS3, and so if anybody knows why it won't really open. I mean, I double click on that icon that you can click on and everything, and the little circle thing goes around and around for maybe, I don't know, 5 seconds, and then it stops, and that's it. Doesn't no pop-ups coming up to tell me what went wrong. Nothing. I mean, even that would help, but nothing. It just kind of leaves you in the dark. Yeah, so if anybody out there has run into something like that, let me know. I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, as usual, you don't have to like the video, but I do appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Also, do consider getting a copy of Interterrestrial from me. Like I said, the email address will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Okay, well, here we are. Went ahead and cleaned it up a bit. Got that roof off of the floor. So I have this idea. I'm going to try to sell what there is right here, right now, to somebody. I don't know if there's going to be any takers for it, but you never know. Somebody might just be needing a frame of some sort to build a tiny house. I mean, I'm thinking that would be the most ideal situation for it. So, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. By the way, that's a woodpecker tapping on a tree nearby.